week are you most likely to get in a car crash in mid-Missouri? Take a guess. Well, if you said Friday, you're right. Statistics say because of the time of year and price of gas, right now you're more likely to get on the road and get in a wreck. For this story, I requested data from every single traffic crash in the last 3 years in Columbia and Jefferson City, then analyzed all 11,220 crashes looking at severity, frequency, and location. And I reached out to experts to find the most dangerous intersections in mid-Missouri in this special report. Is that a crash?
Like some smoke coming out of there.
In no more than 10 minutes of driving with Jefferson City Police,
Green SUV and a black GMC.
Oh, got it. Be out of the wreck here. I'm gonna have to take this mic off.
we witnessed a crash. A GMC truck and Ford Escape collide in the middle of Missouri Boulevard.
A major accident, Missouri and Michigan.
A passenger is put onto a stretcher. Traffic is backed up.
Head injury.
4 people go to the hospital as a result.
In Missouri Boulevard. This is a high crash location for us.
After studying thousands of crashes in mid-Missouri, I found the top 10 places where crashes are happening in Jefferson City. You'll see Missouri Boulevard is included in almost half of them.
Missouri Boulevard is a major thoroughfare, major traffic generator, many businesses.
On average, 20,000 people use the road every day. Pair that with
The traffic on this inside lane can't see them coming, and they come right out, and I mean, it just happens all the time.
if you head north to Columbia, there's another road with a similar problem, Stadium Boulevard. I got in the driver's seat to see firsthand.
Are observing people just not exactly obeying traffic laws.
Just like Missouri Boulevard, Stadium Boulevard is a major east to west artery near campus, but it's busier.
There's the VA hospital, there's University Hospital, there's orthopedics. Over 30,000 students, a significant number of faculty and staff.
More than 30,000 people pass through this intersection at Stadium in Providence every day. That's about a quarter of the city of Columbia's population.
Let's see, there's a lot of traffic, but there's also a fair amount of people trying to get across this road.
Making the crash rate higher. Here's Columbia's top 10. You can see the pattern. Stadium is included in half. College Avenue pops up many times, an area with a pedestrian problem.
An increase in the number of pedestrians, there's a correlation with the potential for higher number of crashes.
I've almost been hit by a car.
In an attempt to deal with pedestrians, the city's put in a new Hawk system crosswalk to prevent students on foot from darting across traffic to campus. Both Columbia and Jefferson City have seen significant population increases.
The infrastructure is growing, probably not fast enough.
But the cities and state are trying to adapt despite a waning highway budget. In Jefferson City, the Lafayette Street interchange and Missouri River Bridge are being reconstructed to accommodate traffic. The city of Columbia has adopted some European traffic management systems.
The roundabouts slow people down. The diverging diamond keeps people out of the way of others.
You'll see some of these in high crash areas near Providence and Nifong.
So the median cable barrier is one systematic safety improvement that the state has implemented. They have also implemented rumble strips.
Although the new systems and construction can cause backup and confusion,
Yeah, it is frustrating.
But in the long run, it's been a good thing.
but what may be worse than areas with the highest number of crashes are areas with a high number of injury and fatal crashes. One Columbia road in particular really jumped out to me when I started combing through the data.
Marissa, this is the second deadly crash on Paris Road or Route B near Waco Road.
That's Route B. The amount of traffic using the road is much lower, about 10 to 15,000 people each day. But there have been more than 100 injury crashes there in the last 3 years and 6 deaths. 3 of those at this intersection with Waco Road.
With 3 fatalities in that area alone, for such a small area, something obviously is going into play there.
Higher speeds involved, just in terms of pure physics, the potential for damage is greater.
The only other road with 6 fatalities is I-70. That carries, in some places, more than 66,000 vehicles a day.
I work north on Route B at 3M, and people need to look both ways and be more careful.
Other drivers that didn't want to go on camera agree, saying that drivers just seem impatient and they're trying to cross 4 lanes of traffic on Route B too quickly from Waco, where there's a large curve.
When you look at the severity severity, especially increased severity, and you have that T-bone accident or certainly the higher impact speed and those kinds of things, that's where you really drive up the cost in the crashes.
According to data from the Missouri Highway Patrol Statistical Analysis Center, the average economic loss per crash in our state is more than $22,000.
So engineering could be a factor in a crash. 93% of crashes in Missouri are because of some sort of driver factor.
This is a tough spot.
Among Jefferson City drivers following too close, failing to yield, improper lane usage, and inattention are the top reasons for crashes.
Right in front of the police station.
And that's what may have happened here. Before we made it back, we see yet another crash. This one's just a fender bender. According to our statistics, you are twice as likely to die in a traffic crash than you are to get shot and killed here. Visit ABC17news.com for the full list of the most dangerous intersections in mid-Missouri.